Tim Ostrem, and I am currently the chairman of the South Dakota Soybean Research and Promotion Council. I live between Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Yankton, South Dakota. And this part of the state had areas of drought last year, and farther east of me, they had really good crops. I was just right on the edge of the drought area. And because of that drought carryover this spring, we have gotten some spring rains that have made our topsoil moist enough that we can get good germination. So planting conditions for us have been actually really good. That's not the same situation the farther north you go. Field capacity for their rain this spring was limited because of the rain that they had last year. And so now with the extra rain events that they're getting, which are more than what we're getting, they are delayed. So I think for sure in a week and a half we'll be done with all our crops, which is behind normal for us, but our soil temperatures were so cold that we didn't want to plant in those below normal temperatures. For sure have my corn in by May 20th, and even better if it's earlier than that. After May 20th, I feel our yields will start dropping. And beans, I don't have a problem planting in June till June 1st. Some years for us in this part of the state we live, we sometimes have a really late July dry period and early August dry period where we may not get rain. And then our beans are just kind of like on autopilot. And then we catch a rain in the middle of August. And so sometimes your later planted beans can actually do better than your early planted beans. Other years it's the opposite. You may get rains and then they shut off at the very end of the season, so your early planted beans are your best beans. Corn is just a little bit different deal. I mean, corn needs rain and they mature and pollinate sooner, and so that's not as big a deal as far as late season rains. Although you do want late season rains to help with the fill. But the crop for beans is made later than the crop for corn is made. Research has shown that the soybeans can tolerate the colder temperatures for germination better than the corn can. But once it's emerged, if we have a cold snap come and you've got emerged corn and you've got emerged soybeans, the soybeans are going to die. The corn has a growing point that's below the ground, and so it can burn the top of the corn off and the growing point will continue to grow and you'll be fine. Soybeans, if it freezes once they emerged, you will be replanting your field. The inputs in corn to plant corn is what's probably the biggest issue. Your fertility demands of corn are higher than soybeans, although we have demands for both. Don't get me wrong, we still got to fertilize for beans also. But nitrogen demands for corn are much higher than they are for soybeans. So you got to get your nitrogen out there, which for us has almost tripled the cost this year. That's one of the things that have made farmers a little hesitant on expanding acres of corn, is the input cost to put in corn is quite considerable. If it rains too much, you can't plant, then you can't plant. That's the biggest limiting factor, is the weather. And that's why when the farmers have a window to plant, they take advantage of it. And a lot of farmers have nice equipment that is modern enough that they can plant a lot of acres in a hurry. They have GPS to help with the planting at night. You've got better lights that we never had before. So planting at night is something that if you need to do it, you'll do it.